Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you 5 tips on how you can succeed as a musician in 2023. A lot of these tips I'm going to be using myself, especially number 3, so stick around for that. Also, this video is sponsored by DistroKid, but more on that later. Number 1, let's get back to the basics. Be yourself. Just kidding, bro. All right, seriously now. Number 1 is to define success. What even is success for you? It's not the easiest thing to think about, but you really need to visualize that final goal and start thinking of steps you can take to reach that goal. I don't know about you, but that's something I like to do at the top of the year every single year, no matter how successful I already am. It's way better to start with a goal and also write down steps that it could take you to reach that goal, rather than just having your goals and just saying them. For example, I want to get back to 1 million monthly listeners this year. So in my little journal, I wrote that down and a few steps that it will take me to get there, like releasing more consistently, promoting my music better on social media, collaborating. Another question to ask yourself, what is your motivation? Is it money, success? Do you want to be the best at what you do? So once you figure that out, you might not even need to watch the rest of this video. But that being said, here's number 2. Make sure your branding and social media is on point. So once you decide what your goal is, make sure your social media and all your branding reflects that. Maybe make a website to have everything in one place. Make sure you have some high quality photos, whether it be digital art or photos of your actual face. Just make sure you have that and make sure it's consistent across all platforms. Consistency is not only key with success, but it's key with branding. So Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, try your best to have the same handles or as close as they can be, and the same images or the same likeness at the very least, just so that you can make it clear who you are and what you do, no matter what platform someone finds you on. But branding is super important no matter what you're trying to do. Even if you don't want to be an influencer like me, you can still just have color schemes, digital art, logos, make it all consistent. Let's get on to number 3. Don't be afraid to promote yourself in a potentially cringy fashion. Now this is a big one. This is something I'm working on myself, but it really comes down to this question: how bad do you want it? Are you willing to get on camera and perform your beats? Are you willing to follow some TikTok trends? Make some silly little skits? I see people all the time on TikTok promoting the exact same song over and over for months, and sometimes one of the videos will pop off and change their life. With the beautiful creation of TikTok, you can pretty much take multiple different approaches to how you promote one song. But that being said, I personally know exactly how you may feel. It can get a bit cringy. It can feel weird. I personally do not like promoting the same song for more than a week. But if you really believe in a certain song, or if you really believe in what you're doing, it's worth a shot to keep trying. Especially if you upload a TikTok and it only gets 50 views, congratulations, that's better than nothing. But might as well post it again in a different format. What do you got to lose? Number 4, this is another one that is super important that I'm gonna be prioritizing this year, and that is collaboration. But before we get into that, let's have a little word from our sponsor, DistroKid. Look, if you don't know what DistroKid is by now, you're sleeping. If you're someone whose goal involves getting people to listen to your music on streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, DistroKid is the best way to do that. And on the note of collaboration, DistroKid makes it super simple to collaborate with their automatic payment splits. Once you get your collab going and set up the splits with DistroKid, it'll automatically pay them whatever percentage you set monthly, just like it pays you. And you can even have recoupments. So if you paid for the artwork, you can set the splits to where it'll recoup the $200-300 you spent before sending them the full payout. At just $20 a year, it's a steal. Use my link in the description to get 7% off your first year. Shout out to DistroKid for sponsoring another video. And let's get back to number 4, collaboration. Like I said, I am prioritizing this big time this year, and there's 2 reasons why. Let me tell you the first reason why you should be collabing, and that's just the simple benefits of working with other artists, other producers, whatever it may be, because you get to share each other's fan bases. So with Spotify, for example, once you have a L.Dre and another artist, your combined monthly listeners for that song, you both end up on each other's release radar, and you can both pitch the song, so that's 2 chances for you guys to get into a playlist together, and little by little your fan bases are merging. And number 2, which is the part that I'm really focusing on, is if you can't do something, someone else can. For me, I can't play any instruments, but I'd love to have some saxophone on some jazzy lo-fi beats, or I'd love to have some acoustic guitar on some beats, so I would definitely be collaborating with a lot of session musicians this year. Are you good at melodies but not drums? Get someone else to do the drums, or you can just use loops. L.Dre Drum Kit Volume 4, link in the description. There's so many different ways to pull ideas together from different minds. And on that note, let's go to number 5. Minds, 5. I gotta rhyme or I'm gonna die. This time I'm doing fine. I gotta stay on my grind. Okay, cut it. I had a good segue, but then that freestyle ruined it. Number 5 is you are never done learning. You might look at my success story and think I've got it all figured out. I got this big beautiful house and lots of streams and lots of money. But the truth is I don't know shit. Everything new I do is a learning experience. And also one of my goals for the year is to continue learning to become a better producer. I've pretty much got the type of beats I make down to a science, but now it's like I have all these amazing synths like the Polybrute, the OP1, MPC Live. I got all this cool gear, but I've barely ever taken the time to really learn how to use those to their full potential. That includes learning keys, but we got the session musicians for that, which will help a lot. And hopefully when I surround myself around all these other musicians this year, I can also just learn from hands-on experience with them. And that's a big kind of general tip in life, is you are who you surround yourself by. So for example, a few weeks ago, I don't know if you saw the picture Kyle Beats posted, but Chucky Beats and Simon Cervito were in town, and me and Simon drove for hours out to Kyle Beats spot, and just being around them, I got so inspired and I learned so much just about YouTube and like behind the scenes of the YouTube producer influencer business, and just so many tidbits and nuggets of fire information that I can use for myself this year. And honestly, if you're watching this video, you're already set with number 5. I just hope you take what I say and actually utilize it. I love getting your comments of, oh, L.Dre, I just got 100,000 monthly listeners all because of your videos. It hits me right here in the feels, and it motivates me to keep going. So keep letting me know your success stories and just keep grinding. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.